now Weha is in that role. He gets blamed a lot, and I'm not like it's not always it's not easy, and it is not always Weha's or Matu's fault. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. It doesn't matter. There's always one scapegoat on a team, and
Matu used to be the one.
Matu used to be the one.
Right now, he's still in a role in which he doesn't find as much space on the map and isn't given as much freedom, but at the same time, they don't lose.
Yeah.
Because of that, you don't need to blame him.
They can first pick his hero, and it doesn't matter if Monkey King gets countered, Matu will make it work somehow. I mean, he's never set up for success, for example, as much as Nisha is. If you want to talk about a star player in the mid lane.
Man, Nisha sets himself up for success. Like, that guy...
True.
The, you know, there's something about Secret, I never thought about this, but now you've got Matu and Zai on the same, two of like the chillest dudes possibly meet. Like, Zai is just cool chill at all times. Just a happy-go-lucky dude, you know? And then you've got Yapster on that team who's happy, nice guy all around.
You know what he likes to do? You know what Yapster likes to do? So, I don't know if he rents or owns or whatever, but he has a house somewhere in Jordan, and he just likes to invite his friends around just to party, games, anything. Like, that's basically what does he do in his free time? He wants to have fun with his friends in Jordan. He basically, if you have a conversation with him, during that conversation, he'll probably say, "Oh, you should come over sometime."
Really? That's so cool.
Really?
But Kyle
I've had a number of conversations with Yapster. I've known him since all the way back in, we had a time, first time I met him, we had Middle Eastern.
That was before his massive success. Maybe he didn't have the house yet.
Okay,
now he is, and now he's like, he wants to share the love.
Yapster, I'm just saying, Chiefs, I've never been invited to land at his place, so I learned something today. Apparently, Yapster doesn't like me then.
All right, we got Secret and Nigma in the draft. We got Nigma on the Dire side. They have loved Dire side. Like, for example, every game they played in the final day of the European qualifiers for the minor, they played 7 games on one day. Every single game was Dire. Like, no exceptions. And here again, first pick will their way, meaning last pick. They want to set Nisha or anyone up for success. They can.
They have so many. On that last pick, right? Meepos on Nisha, he's incredible Meepo. Besides his Mepzas and other, have that possibility to pick. More on that Dire side, that's very peculiar because I think that Radiant side would be favored even right now.
I think part of it is harder to and it.
Team Secret's turn to pick.
Enchantress.
Yeah. About the mid game, you're invading the enemy jungle, and because of that, you should controlling the enemy. Right? I think it has maybe well, and the amount of gold that's spread across the map on Dire and Raid.
Oh, the Ancients is
10 seconds remaining.
They've got a triangle that controls very hard
5 seconds remaining.
That's like the hardest part. Usually have to actually bait. Meanwhile, like Radiant has way off and bum-tuck nowhere, and it's also an area.
Team Secret's
Easy.
turn to
Like
pick.
Radiant.
There you go, the Monkey King.
All right.
First pick.
You know, it's surprising because this is like we know this is going to happen, and if we know this, then Nigma knows it. So they either have this plan against it, which I know loads of teams try to deal with, and haven't really yet.
10 seconds remaining.
It's like, at what point are you bad monkey, right?
Flashing over to Wee's confident.
5 seconds
People
remaining.
keep on picking this Monkey King against my TA, man.
Yeah,
like,
why?
It's no good. Go to game 2. Just ban the Monkey
Yeah,
King,
ban the
man.
Monkey.
Just ban it.
Yep. They gave win the Enchantress, but they did snatch that Shen straight away from them. That's gonna make Dom Puppy or Kuroki. This time will be the Puppy's hero. It's like, but Monkey King, like, you can answer right now. Usually they cover him in that second stage, right? Covered the bands of Viper and the like, but perhaps you can take that and give to Wii. Is he really ready to play? No, but they go for
one of the highest win rates hero is far. I want to quickly touch back on the Chen versus Enchantress. It's the case that if you have both, and both are position 5, Enchantress basically better because you can take creeps from Chen, and even if Chen takes them back, they're gonna have the duration timing out, meaning Chen won't have them again. Like, is that still a thing? Because I know it was an old school, so I know these are players, but I don't know, like, why would you pick Enchantress over Chen? Like, what's their...
10 seconds remaining.
Never really been super favored for
5
Enchantress because
seconds
Chen,
remaining.
if they're both played on position 5, Chen brings more utility to the
Yeah.
team. You have the mech from him, perhaps add something like that, and by the time Enchantress starts making any moves across the map, Chen is already ready and taking your towers. Now, what Enchantress does bring is a little bit of a more aggressive laning state. He's a bit stronger in that. Still, they picked Timber into Monkey. Alright, they must lane him somewhere.
Yeah, there's also issues later on. Up on the monkey, you get like Wukong's command off, and just finds all of his mana drained away so quickly because Echo's stay.
For a first pick monkey, this already looks like a decent monkey. Enchantress just dies. If you get those G attacks off later on in the game with one boundless strike, you can take her off before. And Timberstow as well, if he's laned against,
seconds remaining.
does not have fun.
But doesn't it... Like, Timberstalk can get
5
rid of
seconds
trees,
remaining.
but Monkey King could be on. Isn't that a little bit of a... like, counter-esque thing?
Oh yeah, there's still lots of good. His biggest beat is where Monkey King is also very weak again, because your Wukong's command and nothing to a Timbersaw who just gets maxed out react quickly. He also can output a lot of fast damage. Really enjoy like that.
At the same time, you need to control that Timberstow and give him a lot of space early on for that to happen, right?
Yeah.
You can't have a monkey that's on the same pretty much level and net
10
worth as the
seconds remaining.
Timberstow needs to be the one up front.
5 seconds remaining.
You'll have first phase.
So we mentioned that Enchantress is a lane. Should that be something that we're gonna look from Yapster on a...
Team
like, should he
secrets turn to
basically
pick.
pick up on the slack
Dire
that
team pick.
Chen can't perform? Like, is a lion aggressive enough for him?
Lion might not be super aggressive in the laning stage, but later on he brings a lot of control and he brings you that burst damage that's necessary versus the Enchantress. And overall, it's a decent pick. Also, he's a hero that back in the day was super popular with Shen. Have that instant
10
text or
seconds
stun
remaining.
to set up all the other stuns from Centaurs or something.
5 seconds
Yeah,
remaining.
I think it's other game. Because you still like Rubik and Timbersaw, you've got like some of these. But of late, it feels like teams are experimenting more with 3 or 4s that can output more damage. A Skyrath, I believe that was Nigma who picked it up in the.
Team secrets turn to pick.
Should have won that game, ended up losing it. Here, Lions are great. Heavy match, slightly green.
Before we go on this ET pick, I just want to say that in getting that line, I think you did it because this line has to be. Zor, man, he will be greedy.
Yeah.
He will be going that lane and just farm his dagger, or
10 seconds remaining.
you won't have to worry.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, the 4 who's secretly an undercover 3, especially with Zai. That's another thing. Like Zai is a very like chilled out dude, personality-wise, but he's also another person. A more difficult role in order to allow others to.
Easy to push around, and
Yeah.
Yapstor enjoys doing that exactly on the lane at least.
Zai is a Swedish gen. He's willing to, given the core role, and pick up, you know, the first couple levels, and more often than not, you will give up the lane, move around other people. Seems like very rarely nowadays for Steve do I see
more like the sacrificial, not afraid to die. And his team doesn't mind if he dies either, because they know that he's just creating space normally. What do we think about the Elder Titan still on the side of Nigma? And we now also have a Pango pick up for Secret.
Yeah, it's a decent cover for some picks. It's also really good if Secret gets that Meepo, Elder. You already have Timbers. But overall, Elder is really good.
10 seconds
Chen
remaining.
army as well. Control those.
5
I
seconds
think that's like the
remaining.
biggest hero, that there's very few 4 positions that feel up into actually
About right now are your Morphlings and something like
Yeah.
that, something that this
Team
Elder Titan
Secrets
pick
turn
covers,
to
but they go with an
Anti-mage.
anti-mage.
Okay.
All right.
Ah, that gets an applause. Miracles anti-mage.
Yeah, both sides actually have a legendary anti. Well, maybe legendary is too strong of a word for Montu just yet, but when he has played the anti, very good.
This Elder Titan pick as well makes a bit more sense now when it comes to stopping that
seconds
Meepo pick,
remaining.
if you don't really want to waste
Yeah.
the ban, because anti-mage gets obliterated.
5 seconds remaining.
Also, anti-mage make sure that it's probably not going to be a Medusa for Nisha, so they're already securing themselves for that as well. Because for last pick for Secret, we are looking at that Nisha hero, and we are looking at a most likely Weeha hero. There's still the chance that they are swapping it around, making Weeha play Timber. We know he's good at it.
10 seconds remaining.
But-
So Phantom Lancer's hero
Yeah.
that came to
5
Slark
seconds remaining.
is still out there, and it's on.
You could go for full fast tempo, grab something like Nursa versus that Timber in the lane, and then dominate them early on, but it's very scary to go for that. I'd rather have
Yeah.
something that will scale later on. What are his heroes? You have Morphlings, you have Duzas, you have Terrorblades. Anti-Mage obviously is one of the favorites, but he get to play this time around.
Kunkka is a stable one. Like, that's the... hero that-
Void is still out.
But you guys all saying these heroes that like are like harder carries is like greedier heroes. You kind of want him to see on a greedy hero. You don't want to see him on like a playmaker.
I want a harder carry because you've got Monkey and Pango. I think they've got a lot of space
Dire team
Okay.
that they
pick.
could afford a
Team
harder carry.
Secrets
Apparently,
turn to
I mean,
All right.
TA is definitely a very strong hero. They're looking safe lane Monkey,
Yeah,
and
but-
then mid TA, especially with the Lena.
Because of the Timber as well, right?
Yeah.
They know that Monkey is picked, that they picked Timber into Monkey, and because of that, they're expecting Secret to put that Monkey on the side lane, on the safe lane, and especially now with the
10
Lena,
seconds
I
remaining.
don't think Matu is going to be niche on something else, something.
5
Well, now
seconds
can't. Oh,
remaining.
so you don't want that matchup against them. Both of those are.
So what
Oh,
does
okay.
well against Lena? What for Nisha does well against Lena?
That's the thing, though. What can get on that mid lane good against him? Most of his heroes aren't that great. Like, I'm thinking these Morphlings, you know, like, you don't want to pick them. They're
Oh,
worse
what?
enough.
Okay,
They go for it. All right.
But they're up against an Elder Titan. Is the Elder Titan absolutely amazing against Meepo?
Listen. Owen wants to bet me. I don't know what amount of money I see him smash when it's mid.
Elder
though.
Titan mid
He
is
wants-
amazing.
Yeah, he wants to play Elder Titan mid versus my Meepo in $1,000. He says.
Wow.
We'll try.
Dude,
We'll see.
$1,000?
I have
Dude, listen,
seen
you can
Cody
pick that,
pick
right?
Elder Titan mid against Meepo. He gets the axe as well. You're basically BKB'd for years.
Yeah.
It is. Can they swap it around like that?
They can
I
do it
know. I
for
normally
Lena.
get like a
Yeah.
screenshot sent from JJ about who is playing what. So
They could definitely.
talk about this draft. I'm gonna see. Oh,
I mean,
Right.
it is
10
a pretty good
seconds
Meepo.
remaining.
though, right? Like, you like Meepo against a
Weeha Elder
a
Titan.
lot.
Is it?
it is. We
There you go.
There you
It's
go.
the mid.
Confirmed.
I like this. I
Confirmed.
like this much more than the lane. In a mid, in the laning stage is strong versus the Meepo, but Elder Titan, for many reasons, destroys Meepo. Not
Yeah.
only because of the stuns, but the natural order. Meepo can't build items that give him just armor. He needs stats, he needs agility, he's going for those E-blades. And because of that, Elder Titan gets like a bazillion damage from Spirit, cleaves right through him, through that armor, which is non-existent. And it should be, I think it should be a decent game for Nigma. I would go with
Is
them.
that enough for you? Because it's like you've got the mid-game counter, but simultaneously Meepo counters the hard carry of Nigma.
Have a Timber Saw as well. It's not like,
Yeah.
you know, but Monkey King should defeat Timber in the lane. It's hard to call. I wouldn't like.
I mean,
don't
I'm
think
trusting
it's-
wexpert Lizard says here. He's the Meepo master.
I really don't think it's an easy Meepo game.
Okay.
I really don't think so. But we'll see. Nisha so far has an incredible success rate with it.
Enough. Is it enough? That is gonna be
I
our
mean,
question.
they still have like all the other heroes, right?
Yeah.
Latu, a major. What else are their cores? I've already got.
They got a Pango as well as their Zai hero.
They have Lion versus the Anti-Mage as well. There's a lot of good line like matchups here, right? With Lion, you have
Yeah.
that catch versus the AM. Monkey should be doing really well versus the Timber Saw, and Meepo in the end should clean up. So
I
if
think it's a free
yeah.
Meepo game too.
We can theory craft this all we want, but it
I'll go
doesn't
with the
matter.
meeple.
It depends how these guys are gonna play the game. Let's find out how they're gonna play the game with Odie Pixel and Cost.
Thank you very much, Shiva. Yeah, I'm so excited for this one. We were watching the draft, and you were, I mean, you said it. You were like, Meepo is still kind of good here, but there's the ET, and they did have that capability to pick a final pick mid. The Lina, that could also be a 4. They can swap it round, and they do.
Yeah.
ET's going to go mid.
We had that discussion 2 days ago. You were a big fan of ET mid. You said
It's
this hero,
really,
if he's
really
playing
good.
against Meepo on a mid lane, it's 100% win rate.
It's absolutely. I'm standing by it. This ET is going to destroy. It's absolutely going to destroy. I cannot play support. I cannot play ET. You see a Meepo in a pub, you pick
30
ET,
seconds
you
to
go
go.
mid against him, and you make that Meepo cry. The whole game, the Meepo, he's typing in all chat, he's mad, he's furious, because you are just walking around two-shotting the shit out of this little fella.
Yeah, but one thing we did not mention is that the spirit is dispellable. So
It
if
is.
Chen gets that purge creep,
That's
he
the
can
big-
just purge it off.
yeah.
This is the big play.
That's the big
200
bang
IQ
play.
play from Puppy.
I can't wait to see this. Yeah, honestly, if you haven't seen this before, the ET versus Meepo, there's the potential for some ridiculous damage. We're just looking it up to confirm the numbers, but once you have the talent, you're getting plus 110 damage per hero hit with the Spirit. So you're hitting a few Meepos and a few heroes. and some
1,000
creep.
damage, huh?
You're hitting the 4 digits. So let's see. I also did see Weeha. He did this recently, about a week ago in a pub. He was against the Meepo. He picks the ET. He's done this before. But Secret, they're going to dodge it, of course. They're sending Zai mid. You cannot simply lane the Meepo against the ET. You have to dodge it.
Well, ET will still get farm against Pangolier. He will stack the camps for himself, pull the spirit back, get the damage, and continue to harass Pangolier. The thing is, the storm is extremely effective against a core here. ET as a core, what a time to be alive, Owen.
I'm very excited to see what we is able to do. Because, you know, other things considered, it is still Secret versus Nigma. I will have to agree with some of the sentiments of the panel. This matchup, Secret are sort of on another level. We've got to see what Nigma's able to do in terms of stepping it up, but maybe having this potential hero matchup in their favor could do it. But Secret, as you say, they've got answers. Puppy can play it smart, get the right sort of creeps, mess with the game that the ET try and pull through. But if that's the case, and if they're having to focus a lot on controlling the ET, face any sort of space is given a Miracle, this anti-mage could get out of control, because Miracle's had some great carry performances recently.
Yes, but not against Meepo. Meepo is a hard counter with the net. You really can't itemize unless you get a BKB to get out of it. Also top lane, the pretty old school matchup. You have Chen against the Enchantress. This Meepo, his healing is amplified by Puppy's aura.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. Combine that, the passive, you're right. There's going to be the point that once needs to get like that 20-minute or so, or maybe faster E-Blade, however fast he's ever farm it up. The amount of agi and right-click he'll do, it's going to be hard to sort of knock him down. Unless Weeha turns up and punches him in the face a couple of times, which can happen. I'm very excited to see what Weeha's build is. Normally the right-click kind of stuff you want to go for is your treads or phase into the Echo, into the Aghanims. Aghanims, of course, incredibly valuable when you are against them and you have that additional, those additional units that you're very likely to be hitting with the Spirit.
Yeah, you get 2 seconds of spell immunity per hero hit. I don't think Meepo early on cares too much about being his mana burn. He's most relying on just harassing by the right clicks. Bottom lane is doing extra well for Nigma. Usually when you have Monkey King against Timbersaw. It usually is
this bit?
definitely one more hit. He dodges it.
We have first blood. He's off to a great start. They were sort of even on CS, but getting that kill in the 1v1. Weeha says, welcome to mid, Zai. Now, it's been a while, but I mean, how many times has Zai actually been playing in the mid lane in pro games? Probably not a lot, right? He's got very comfortable on his off lane, but this game, of course, down to the hero matchups, he's had to switch it around, and Weeha is able to outplay him. Bottom lane still continuing to put pressure on, getting near the tower. GH doing some good harass with the light strike. And that boosted attack speed he gets from the passive. Top lane, Miracle 10 for 2, Nisha 9 for 4. Continue to keep it rather even. It's Nisha getting that second Meepo out. To get aggressive here is the couple of nets onto Kuro. Allows him to right click him down to low. Miracle will start to come across. We can trade back, fight back a little bit.
He can't really trade against two Meepos and the Chen. Pretty much unlimited region. Only thing he needs to care about is like his mana, so he has enough for the combo. So have a mango ready.
Careful in this mid lane now that kill has been there for Zai. He's got to keep it cool. Still on the farm, Zai is doing very, very nicely. He did die that once, but the farm is bang even. 18-4, 17-5. Keeping it incredibly close in CS, these two. Stop a bit of aggression onto Puppey. Still has the movement speed to get away.
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
Sal prepared, so we'll be able to stay in lane. Step forward here from the AM. A couple of roots and a lot of damage onto Miracle. Miracle will get the blink off in time, but I mean, you're right. Miracle's really got to respect this Meepo. Anytime he comes close, he takes a hell of a lot of damage already from the two of them.
It's like they're out of reach. But the Meepo is really low on mana. I want to see Mango either on Puppey or Nisha to bring one for himself. So they have for the combo that second net could grab them a kill. Bought a raid band. Oh, look at this though, and the battle of net.
I was going to say some net on net action here as Kuro brings in the Troll Summoner. It's ready to sort of return some fire. And that Secret start to get aggressive, the two of them, Nisha and Puppey. Be able to hold one of them back. Soul Ring will be now done for the Timbersaw, so we can continue to spam out that bottom lane quite safely. Mind control. So his farm down here continues to match well to that of Matumba Man's. Matumba, you know, so this matchup sort of works both ways. Yes, Matu's going to be able to build up the stacks, but Mind Control is going to have a lot of armor.
Stacks, yeah.
Stack action. Miracle getting low, sort of baiting Nisha in, still with the mana burn. Damage is limited what he can do, but with GH's additional damage, they're really forcing him back. Another light strike array will connect. Puppey and Yapstor are coming across, but Nisha will fall. They'll get the stun out of Miracle, so Secret will find the trade kill. Both team supports coming up to try and help the cause, and we'll end up in both cores falling.
A mirror movement from Team Secret. They got a kill on enemy carry hero. I just want to see if there's any stacks from Elder Titan.
See if we have done any round the mid. It doesn't look like it. I think, if anything, one of the reasons being, you know, against Zai, sure, he got that kill in the 1v1 earlier, but for the most part, it's very hard to kill the Pango. He's got the swashbuckle. Anytime he sees the Spirit coming in and the damage being built up, Zai, he's just going to pull out of there. We'll need 2 6s hit, so he'll have to pot the Rolling Thunder to get away. Does really have to respect that right click off the ET. And we see with Weezbuild, he's not going to go for any sort of echo. He's actually going to go straight for the Aghanims. So treads into the Aghanims. The sooner he gets that Aghanims, the sooner he's going to be able to start moving around the map and really start to turn up to fights against the Meepo. Every time in that match community and that build-up damage, he's just going to be able to run down heroes if Secret do try and take an engagement. But we'll imagine the Secret, they're going to do their best to sort of avoid those movements from Weeha, or if anything, they're going to try and be the ones to make the moves first and come mid and try and gank this ET and take him out before he's able to get that Aghanims online.
That Aghanim set is so big this game. They have no abilities that they go through magic immunity, and that's why he is rushing for it. Also, no phase boot, straight into power treads, which gives more attack speed. I guess that's why he's also Echo Saber.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, it makes sense in that. And of course, for sort of across the board, treads have just become more popular nowadays. They're much more efficient in terms of cost with the price of some of the components. Sort of as a general rule, treads are the better item nowadays. Even though you will see some heroes go for the phase that do benefit more from the move. Treads, the item for Weeha this game. All in all, 7.5 minutes in, a 1k lead for Nigma. Closest sort of start. Bottom lane continues to be a bit of a stale. Matu's able to keep himself alive constantly with the Jingu that's ready to build up. Likewise, the regen of mind control with that passive is more than enough. Mid lane, good bounces here. Actually ends up bouncing Weehaw, actually, unfortunately, for Secret up to the high ground. Puppey is there with the wraparound, though. They'll come in with the swashbuckle. Hex controls there from Yapzor, and they'll take him down. These are the moves Secret needs to make. They know that Weehaw, this Elder Titan, has so much potential this game. They've got to shut him down early.
Usually I love Bang played like a semi-damage dealer here. I mean, in general, as a semi-damage dealer, you want to buy these tanky fighting items, the pipe Guardian Greaves, but I also want to see scale as a core in this game, especially playing against anti-mage. I would love to see the Fusel Blade build up on him, or just one Javelin so you can have this extra damage that you always lack.
That wouldn't be a bad shout at all. I mean, having that mana burn even against the other cores this game, the Timber, the ET, you know, what are the ways you can stop the ET having this incredible power, the Astral Spirit, make sure he has got the mana to cast it.
Mana burn, my favorite one, mana drain, you name it. Monkey King straight into the Fusel Blade. They understand this patch so well.
Yeah. Yeah, as you said, if the Pango side does want to go for it, you have 2 diffusals and the good old suck from the Lion. A lot of the mana of Nigma will be taken away. And definitely one of the answers to playing against these heroes that Nigma have drafted.
I don't think there's need going for like a pipe this game. There is some magical damage, some pure from Timbersaw, some pure from Enchantress, but not like that good of an item this game. And he goes. He goes straight into the Fusel Blade on Zai.
And look at this, talking about Zai.
Straight into Grave. Sorry.
He tried to dive Miracle, but Miracle had just enough health to turn around things with a Mana Void. As Zai dives the tower, doesn't quite do the math, and Miracle comes out on top. Giving solo kills like that to the anti-mage is always going to feel pretty bad, especially when you're the mid. You know, you see it there, the top 2 net worth, both Zai and Miracle. And you're just sort of shifting things in favor of the anti-mage. Bottom lane as well, Nigma, they're getting away with taking this tier 1 tower. And Secret pop the fortification. Puppey is here as long as
Zai has a TP to the bottom lane if needed.
Maybe Nisha can find something up top. He's trying to chase this, but Miracle's juking, and he's going to have Blink back up in a second. The second net will be off the mark as well, so no more control to try and go for Miracle. He'll be fine. Keep himself safe. Back down towards the bottom. GH is going to guard the entrance. The Puppey's trying to get through to get back to his jungle as he'll block him off. And into the hands of Weehaw. Puppey will fall. Weehaw killing off the Chen. Top lane, Zai does manage to get his revenge. He's able to get past the tower, deep in onto Miracle, and will take the anti-mage off the map for a good 20 seconds.
I think Nisha needs to get out of this top lane, swap to his own jungle at the bottom, put a ward so he can farm there. Like, there's no point of staying top. They have a tier 1 tower, they lost the bottom one, so it's really not safe for him to farm.
You know, 10 minutes in, 4-4, having it this even in net worth. This is exactly what you want to see between these 2 teams. We'll see the replay once more, as we did miss as we were watching the action down bottom. It was a nice close-up with the Rolling Thunder from Zai to seal the deal. To Miracle and mid lane. Bit of a poke onto Weehaw already with the treads, and the Ogre Club is a little too tanky for the 2 of them to burst through. Down bottom, Miracle getting aggressive onto Matumba, burning the mana. He's going to need TP backer coming in. It comes in, but it's not in time. Miracle with the mana void, burst him down. They can get the return kill. Yapzor with the finger from the trees takes the trade, and Secret, they're not done quite yet. They'll be able to chase down the Enchantress, slowed up and surrounded. Zai finishes him off with a swashbuckle. Secret will take the 2 of them down.
Enchantress did a good job just dispelling Jingu stacks from Monkey. Once he got it, then there's no way he can turn that. Mind control is farmed, causing a lot of issues, putting the pressure on tier 1 tower with the catapult. They're pretty limited on the tower damage, so they play around the catapult.
Very hard for Nisha to push mind control off this tower low. Maxed out stats and being able to just tank it up. This tower will fall, so Nigma continuing to keep the pressure up. This is going to be the second tier 1 they're taking, and of course Secret still yet to really find the chance to put pressure on themselves. But their best interest as a team is to just make sure there's space for Nisha to get that good E-Blade timing so he can turn up and try to make plays. But of course, he's going to have to do so very wary of Weehaw's presence on the ET. He cannot do it when the Elder Titan's around.
Once they get those 2 Diffusal Blades up, this is critical timing for them. They want to fight, put more pressure on AM. Not sure when this is going to get his E-Blade because his farm was a bit stacked. Now he's Gotta farm jungle and the lane. A bit under leveled since. So
Definitely waiting on those timings before anything kicks off. And I think, you know, he's still going to be cool just waiting out the finished Aghanims before he starts to really get involved side of this mid lane area that he's stuck to for the most part. And he's getting close. About 900 gold to go and the Aghanims will be done.
let's go fast forward, Fleet. Go to sleep for 2 minutes until he farms the Aghanim Scepter. I just want to see Elder Titan hitting so hard against Meepo. Also, he needs that level 15 talent to, if game drags, level 20 talent, the extra 70% attack speed.
Oh yeah, that's when he becomes a real problem. I mean, you mentioned it before, they don't have any lockdown through BKB. As long as he gets that initial spirit set up and pull back, he's going to be fine. There's very little they can do to kill him through that, especially with them going for these diffusal blade builds. You know, there's that is the answer. Having that magic immunity and having something that's better than a BKB if you're able to hit the heroes with it. It's bottom lane, GH. He's been found out a little too far alone. Catch him out down bottom. Zai and Yapsor clean up a support. Continue to sort of sweep up and down the map and find what they can Secret. Stay, you know, just make space for Nisha. Buy some space as well for their Monkey King. And all 6 cores in this game, it's just so close at the moment. Everybody's finding their timings. What's mid? The move from Zai sets up for another kill by the looks of it. There's no escape for Kuroki. Zai, he's doing some really nice movements now as the Pango, playing from the mid lane. Sure, he lost that first kill against We Are in the 1v1, but other than that, the movements, they've been crisp. He did die top, but after that, he gets back in that top lane, kills Miracle, he's sweeping down to bottom, and now he's picking off supports all over the map.
Problem is, Nigma can't really start a fight. Can't rely on Elder Titan landing a LS stage. Timbersaw needs to go in, like try to force some kind of a movement from Team Secret. So they're in a really tough spot right now. They're relying on AM, trying to force Team Secret to overextend, then they should bring the numbers, but the other way around.
Look at this, Zai, he's here again, he comes straight in, he's going to be able to roll over. Mind control goes over towards Kuroki as well. The heel starts to come out with a finger into the roll. Zai, he's crushing it. These movements from this man, you know, as I say, he's not your standard mid player. He's been very used to the offlane, but he's come in and he is having such an impact all over the map as this mid Pango.
Yeah, I was talking about bringing numbers, and suddenly you have 4 Team Secret members plus 4 creeps hitting your tower.
Starting to get the pressure on Secret. So they'll be able to finally take a tower themselves this game. And up to that 1K lead, 10-5.
First Diffusal Blade on Zai. Man, Anti-Mage is not going to have a game.
It's going to be slow. It's going to be slow, as I said. We're still yet to see what Weeha is ready to bring. We're still yet to see the power of the Elder Titan this game. As Secret have been doing a good job of just avoiding his area, only coming here when they know that they could kill him off. He has got that item done. He's going to go back for the drums afterwards by the looks of it. He's going to have that extra chase potential. But you're right, timings are there for everyone. Double defusals are done on Secret. Dead up there on the mid though. Zai will be healed up by the hand of God. He's running away. Weeha trying to chase, but another swashbuckle gets Zai up on the high ground. He'll be fine.
Hand of God keeping him alive. That's the second Diffusal Blade finished on Team Secret. This is when they start playing aggressively. Every single time you use Swashbuckle, you burn 200 mana. And that's also E-Blade, so they want to get 1 or 2 hero pickoffs, transform that into Roche.
They've definitely got the abilities to make moves now, Secret, and we'll see where they want to do so. At the moment, Zai and Yapsor just hovering around the mid lane. Weeha staying here. They feel that Weeha may be gone on as Kuro and GHR hiding in the trees behind him, but Secret, no indication of trying to make an aggressive move. They're happy to split things up. Matsu is focusing top. He's ready to mess around with Mind Control, start to burn a bit of his mana, force Mind Control to back away from the creeps. The Matsu continues to farm in safety. GH and Weeha are coming across for the gank. See if they can find any sort of setup, but as you said yourself, it's hard for them to find a solid initiation unless GH can land light strikes like that from the distance. GH He's there with the opening. Chakram is off the mark though, so Matu will be able to continue to run. Weehard tries to chase, but of course, just the one hero hits. Not a long magic immunity at all from that Astral Spirit. Now can Secret, they can re-engage. Backups there from Puppey. They head in with the Wukong's command. Nisha starts to pick apart Kura on the sidelines. Weehard, he's trying his best to hide. The Spirit is going out, but Zai, he's leading in with the Rolling Thunder.
He's alone.
Sweep the trees. Weehard's deep. The Spirit finally comes back across. He's got that magic immunity, and he should have a hefty amount of right-click built up. He's trying to get towards the heroes. Zai, he's running. Here comes the right-click, but Weehard's scared. The magic immunity wears off. He's losing the rest of his team as Miracle's being rooted up by Nisha on the back of it all. Yapstra's being chased, but he's duking it out. Mind Control cannot finish the kill as they turn the Hex on Timbersaw. Matsumaban and Zai, they're chasing now Weehard. Weehard's mana is out.
Cut the tree down.
Just managed to cut the tree to stop any potential primal spring for the chase to be there from Matu. So Weehard will survive, but you're losing your 2 over cores.
4 heroes lost. Matu, oh my god, go back. You don't need to be that deep. It's such a tough anti-mage game to start with.
Oh no, G8!
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, there he has it. Just in time. Matu claims the kill, and Secret with that, they'll move into Roshan. As Nigma just incredibly broken up around that area. They couldn't find the chance to fight as a team to utilize the power of the Outer Titan. They were so separated. Roshan will fall. Nisha picks up the Aegis. Weehard's trying to put a stop to it. There's the Spirit. And look at him turn. Whoa! Look at these punches. You gotta keep back, but they can. They'll just wait it out. They'll kite him. They'll wait for him, and Weehard has to run. Cannot get in. He's not finding the chance to really sort of get in and start punching the members of Secret, because each time he goes forward, the rest of his team, they're not really in position to help him and to enable him in these fights. He's going to try and head him once more. Here we go. A couple of smacks on the Nisha, but he uses the E-Blade defensively, so Weehard has to change target. Turns towards Puppey with a hand of gold, keeps the Chen safe. Now Mind Control, he's overcommitted. He's up to the high ground, dies there with the control as well as the net's being sent out by Nisha. Mind Control will fall. Secret take another side. He's ready to go for even more here in the river. Kuro swashed down with the swashbuckle. Weehard's trying to get him once more.
1, 2.
Puppey's down. Over the Yapsor. Boom, boom. Oh, the E-Blade. Yapsor's fine. Weehard's now got to run. It's a bit of a one-trick pony because as soon as that Spirit's gone, he's going to try and pull it again. There it is. Could he get the punches off? Who's he going to find? He's stuck. He can't find anybody to punch. He's surrounded in the corner. He dies. Weehard's gone.
Very nice usage of E-Blade from Meepo to keep himself and his allies alive. Team Secret, once that Spirit goes back, they instantly start running. The way you itemize against this is either you get a Ghost Scepter on everyone or just get a 1-2-4 staff to push them out of the focus.
I mean, that's not a bad call. I mean, you just said the E-Blade's doing a lot on its own, but any sort of extra way of disarming or keeping themselves safe in the Ghost form, it really does ruin the game of Weehard. You know, they're prepared, they're maneuvering in a way that's not allowing Weehard to ever sort of get that finishing blow. He's weakening people down, but he can't quite get that knockout punch on. Mid lane, GH being hunted. Nisha off the mark with a couple of nets. Now, GH is going to turn. There's an Aegis on this Meepo. She will start to poof away. Mind going to continue to try and slow them down and chase onwards. Weehard sends out the Spirit. Nisha backs away. Still a sort of a lacking catch means it's hard for them to find him. This Miracle does get caught in the Wukongs, will jump out. Matu tries to chase, but Miracle's able to duke it off. Back in mid, Weehard's chasing. Puppey, again, just being safe every single time. Nisha's doing an excellent job with the E-Blade to make sure that the supports aren't feeding. Falcon move, whoa! Sure, there's a bit of a close encounter there with a finger to the backside, but he does still go down. Despite the heal saving him initially,
run.
Time to chase, beat down the creeps. I mean, that's all he can do at the moment. Every time, Secret, they just split. They're out of there. Each time he's ready to punch, there's nobody to hit.
This TT against Meepo is extremely strong. They're just lacking lockdown. They have no catch, no reliable stun.
Oh, look at this. I thought his name was Puppey, not Camera.
Captain Camera, all right.
Get it?
Yeah.
Oh dear, 10k lead nearly for Secret here, 19-6. They had the answers, it seems. They know how to play against this ET.
Well, when I said that they need Kaling core against AM, I did not expect Zai to pick up Desto as his second item.
All right.
So Diffusal Blade Desto, that's gonna hurt. Like, he can one-shot Enchantress.
It's not a lot of fun for any of these squishy heroes. That's for sure, and even going full in on that, and into the AC. So going on this full minus armor build, not only great for killing heroes, but of course taking towers, taking objectives. With that Deso, AC, and Meepo, you're destroying the building.
Yeah, one of the reasons why he's building Ace is they want to have some extra armor against Aura.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, good thing to mention. The having that armor with the fact that We Are going to be taking away the entirety of that base armor of these heroes like the Meepo. You need that flat armor addition. And Zai, he's been smart with the plays and he's been smart with the build.
That's the problem that they have.
They just
can't
can't
really
catch.
stun anyone. They need the Lena's LSA to stun Fog. I believe she is higher than level 10 at the moment. So with the talent, also Ether Lens. That's one way to actually engage into it. Right.
Still not entirely out of the woods yet, Secret. They do have this pretty sizable lead, but all it takes is sort of the entire Meepo and the full lineup to just go up the high ground all together. They all get hit by the Spirit, and then Weeha starts to two-shot people. Now, the way that Secret's been playing there, it doesn't look like they're going to sort of walk and fall foul to that sort of counterplay for Nigma. They've been playing it very smartly so far to avoid such situations. But you never know. The high ground push is definitely going to be a bit more of a test for Secret so far. They haven't really been tested that much. They're really getting ahead of Nigma at quite some pace.
The problem is they can't get any boards out for AM to actually farm safely. Their vision is pretty much limited at the moment.
Dire's top tower
Yeah,
is
not
under
only
attack.
himself falling behind Miracle, but of course the nature of the hero's mind control, and Weeha with the lack of action they've been finding, these heroes are falling behind. Secret have 3 cores that are up there right at the top in farms.
It's still AM and the Elder Titan with the Aghanim Scepter against Meepo, so like if they make a mistake, it could be punished. The thing is, AM needs a bit more farm. When I say a bit, I mean 15 minutes. Right now, he's gonna have a Manta Style, will join a fight gladly, but needs to be careful. Like, I see Basher queued up on him. He's gonna need a BKB, maybe as a third item, depends how this game develops. Otherwise, he's not gonna be able to deal any damage.
Secret have just, in terms of control, been doing a great job of making sure that Nigma can't really ever get over to Secret's half of the map. Drums are finished on Weeha. We'll see where he wants to go next with his itemization. But still, you know, definitely the struggles for him. You pick this, well, you have this ET, you prioritized him by giving him the mid lane to have that sort of that power against heroes like the Meepo. But Secret, they've adapted smartly. They did that lane swap, and ever since, they've just done an excellent job of making sure that Weeha doesn't get to just smash. It's just not happened. Only 2-2-1. That's not where you want to be as a core ET that's been picked to counter this hero.
He can't find any openings, and he's the hero that doesn't really flash farm. Yeah, you can Spirit on the creep wave, stomp it, but it's rather slow. The only one, I mean, they have heroes who can outpush the lanes with Timber and AM with Battle Fury. So his farm is kind of in the middle of the network chart.
We'll see a bit of aggression from Nigma. They'll look to chase down Puppy. Matches on the high ground, setting at the Wukong's command if they go on forward. The Wukong's is down. Micro gets himself over the other side. Kuro's already fallen. They're trying to focus down the Timber. There's the blast out from the Laguna Blade. They'll nuke down Puppy, but Zai, Matu, and Nisha, they're ready to return fire. Nisha holds down Micro with the root. The Timber's gone. They'll turn towards Weeha. He cannot TP out in time. They take down another. GH will be able to sneak away in the trees as he TPs out.
Yes, it's like Matumba Man is still Nigma's problem.
And it's only going to get bigger and bigger with these item pickups. Yapsaw, he's got the blink, so extra catch, extra setup.
That's
Secret
a full
compare
bash
aggressive.
on him.
Yeah, an answer to sort of having a bit of control on Weeha if he ever does start to try and chase down heroes through his match community. Matu will be able to focus, look for the bashes. Mid lane's getting pushed in as well by Nisha, the tier 2 being pressured. 22-7, 14k, the lead just continuing to grow for Secret as Nigma aren't getting a chance to make any sort of move, and they're losing out massively in farm.
Talk about the perfect item drop. Fraggy code picked up by Team Secret. I'm wondering who's gonna have that one.
So yeah, mid. Bit of an attempt to start things. They do find Yapso on the side. Hannah got out, the Yapso finally falls. Matthew lays down the balance strike, tries to jump forward, but mind control, he's gonna get aggressive. They got the impetus as well as the Laguna Blade. Takes Matumba down to half health. But Zai, Rolling Thunder's pop. He'll start to bounce around, play around with Kuroki. Weeha and Mind Control going to do anything to help their edge. It looks like they can. They're in fact going to stay aggressive. Miracle jumping into the river, burning the mana of Zai. They'll cut across once more. Zai, he's stuck on the low ground, but Nisha's there on the high ground. Can he help him out? They may just have to bail him here. Zai will fall.
That's a big kill.
They get a second. They chase on for more. The Spirit continues to scout, but it does time out. They have to pull it back. But Nigma able to poke back in some regards. Nisha makes a bit of moves with the plays. He is bottom. Tried to get out of there, but one stays behind. He gets the poof off in time, though. There's no further control to stop him. Nisha's able to escape before Nigma can react to him.
That would be such a huge kill if they could get it. But the problem is, once again, lack of time. PH bought some time to try to set it up with the Yule Scepter into LSA. But Nigma, they're still not out of this game. We talked about AM, how he needs to get farmed. He's closing the gap between him and Meepo. Also Titan Sliver, one of my favorite tier 3 items.
Very nice all round, and Paladin Sword as well. That could be a nice one. We'll see who wants to find the slot for that. Probably Miracle, I would imagine. As, yeah, having that sort of lifesteal and sustaining the fights when you are trying to go 1v1 against some of these heroes makes all the difference. Basher done as well. So, yeah, Miracle he's really able to fight. He can find the backlines. If he can get a good blink on some of these supports, get a bash off on Kuro, he will be able to kill them before Kuro's able to get, sorry, not Kuro, Yapsor, able to get off any sort of spell in the fights.
Yapsor is their primary target.
Yeah.
Like, they want to take him out so he can't use his spells multiple times in a row. It really is Mango season, yeah. JJ, huh?
Double Mango tree all the way. Thanks to the fact that Secret were able to grab Nigma's early. I believe it was that earlier play we saw down bottom where it dropped from their camp. Secret, they're ahead of the Rosh. It's a quick and easy one. They do send the Spirit out, but the Rosh is already killed and the Aegis is already taken. Nisha's able to pick it up. WeHunt does want to run in. He's going to have a lot of right click. Pops 720. Here he goes. Can he bring him down? He brings down Nisha once. Turns towards Zai. Zai's rolling in with a Rolling Thunder. WeHunt tries to stay on target. He refreshes the Spirit to make sure that he can keep that bonus damage, but he wants to back off now. He's happy with that. They took away the Aegis as soon as Nisha picked it up. So something here for Nigma. And Nigma, they may even want to try and fight on for more. They head over, but Secret are already backing away. Monkey King does have the cheese.
That was quick. Elder Titan, this is all he has. He should have another item.
His
half an item.
It's taken a big hit. They're just, I mean, it's a hard hero to farm on, right? You know, compared to obviously more of your standard core heroes.
All right, give me Crystalist on him. The most cost-efficient item in this patch. Pretty easy to make.
I mean, you're not wrong.
That damage he gets.
Oh, there we have set up from the Yules. They found Yapsor. That's a great way to start off moves. Take the line out the fight and see what you can push on for more. Miracle jumping in aggressively. He's trying to hunt. Will find Puppey. They're chasing on. They'll stay on this target. Is Puppey going to receive any sort of help? Matu's watching from the trees, but they got to let Puppey go. It's Nigma. They'll take down the second support. Double kill for Miracle.
Miracle didn't die in a very long time. Even though they were pretty limited on the vision, he managed to find the farm. Now he has Manta Style and Basher. Going for that Abyssal Blade.
Now there's tier 1 in the mid. Under pressure as Nigma look to take another objective. Secret got their cores here, but still without the supports, they can't really start to make a move on Miracle. They've got to let that tower go. As Miracle picks it up, he continues to do his best to try and stay towards the top. G8 back in mid. He's found the setup. The Yules into the sun. Miracle's on top. That's Matumba Man dead. And Miracle, he sees more. He's straight over to look towards Nisha. Nisha has got Yapsor and Zai around. They'll turn Swashbuckle, disarms the anti-mage. Sweetheart. Match Community's there. He's looking to try and charge in, but Secret, they're up to the high ground. They keep their distance. But Nigma, despite being 13k down, they're striking back in another set. They've caught Nisha.
They found Meepo.
There's the pullback into the stun. Nisha's dead and gone. 80 seconds, he's out. And Matu, he's brought back for this. He'll jump forward, trying to make a fight happen. Mind control is out of mana.
They need to find something, otherwise this buyback is useless.
Miracle. He's still playing so aggressive. Another jump on a Zai. Puppey, he's outside the base. Another kill. And now he's charging up to the high ground. He's beating Matu back towards the base. Yules, another refresh of the Spirit. He'll pull it back. Miracle jumps across. Matu has to use the balance strike to save himself. A buyback is forced out. Nisha, he's back in the game.
Man out there.
Goes forward. Miracle, he's overextended. He's dead and gone. They'll kill off the anti-mage.
But at what cost? There were 3 buybacks. Out of Team Secret. They need to rush mid, try to force the buyback from Nigma. Anti-Mage is gone for 70 seconds. This is also a pretty big kill if they can get it, and they got it.
Let's see how much they can get out of this. A minute without Miracle, but it's you know, it's a scary 7 minutes now. 3 heroes, no buybacks. If Secret lose another fight,
they might be done.
Yeah, you're going to see that 9k difference disappear. Secret's got to keep their cool. They can't make any further mistakes now, especially with these buybacks on hold.
They need to force a buyback out of this. Seems like they're hesitating, and the Elder Titan is doing a really good job just stopping the push.
Keeping this 2 lanes pushed in. going to be the call from Secret. AC is done for Zai. So, as you mentioned earlier, definitely a bit of protection for the team when it comes down to Weeha looking for the punches on you. Giving you at least some sort of armor against this ET. But still, at the end of the day, when he's able to pull in the Spirit across the Meepos and end up turning up to the fight with this ridiculous, like, plus 720 damage, armor's only going to help you so much.
Very long time until the next Roche. Those buybacks would be much worthy if Roche respawn would not be that far away.
We'll have a very cautious 6 minutes or so of gameplay now that Secret's going to have to play with.
This is the big item on Meepo. Less than 1,000 gold away from his Hex.
I'm going to smoke up, despite, as you say, Nisha not quite having a Hex. A little bit interesting. He will reveal himself, actually, as he just pushes in this top. Maybe they were seeing if there was going to be any sort of gank from Nigma coming in to try and catch him off. They'll sweep round towards the mid lane, Secret. But this is a risky play. They don't have the Hex done on Meepo, and they don't have 3 buybacks available. Weeha will show, trying to poke some sort of initiation, and it will happen. Yasuo tries to jump in, but the counterplay is going to be there. As Nigma, they turn. Rolling Thunder is out in time for Zai. Miracle tries to down up for Yasuo. Finally, goes to the boundless strike. Nisha, he's looking for Weeha. He's found him. They've killed off the ET. Natu gets the Wukong command off in time. They're killing them all. It's a triple kill for Nisha. As Nigma lose 3, and none of these heroes have buyback.
Still chasing.
The smoke works out as they make the play happen. 4 dead on Nigma. And Secret can now push up to the high ground.
10 heroes with no buybacks at 33 minutes in. It's been a while since I saw this. It just seems that they're going to end the game. Go for 2-4 straight away. Ignore the Raxes.
They push so hard.
Are under attack.
Deso, AC, and the Meepo army.
Repair kit drop here. AM needs to use it.
What can they do?
Nah, it's not enough. Game just over, Owen.
Repair kit, it's not strong enough. It's not strong enough against this Secret. They'll close this one up. They will indeed.
All it takes is one good smoke gang.
Yeah, and just smart plays from Secret, I think. You know, we saw this ET being put in a mid position in an attempt to counter the Meepo. They dodge it. Nisha plays it safe. We never really see a point of the game where Weeha's able to go ham because Secret adapt well. Nisha plays very smartly in those mid-game fights around the 21 minutes with the E-Blade to just make sure that Weeha, he's never able to get the kills with that incredible amount of damage he gets from the Spirit.